Hi, this is Sweet June. How's everybody doing today? Coming back at you. I got to give a YouTuber by the name of Nia-E. I got to give the girl a shout out. This is a shout out video to a YouTuber by the name of Nia-E. Um, she just made a video. She was talking about comments made against Celebrity Mom. Anyway, she hit upon some very get a chance, go over there and check it out. It's something about um, comments made towards the another YouTuber named Celebrity Mom responds to comments about Celebrity Mom, something like that. But if you get a chance, get over there and check it out. She touched upon she made several different good points in this video. And I want to give her a shout out. I agree with she touched upon some she made some excellent points in this video. She was talking about how, I was making the point the other day in my video where I was talking about Lizzo. Get a chance, if you haven't checked that out, get over there and check it out. I did a video talking about Lizzo and black female artists. And I was talking about how black female artists have a responsibility. That they have a responsibility to represent us because, us black women get judged as a whole. So anything that black women do in the entertainment industry or any walk of life is going to bring reproach on all black women. If you get a chance, get over there and check out that video. And she was making some of those same points in her video. She was saying how black women get judged as a whole. And she was talking in terms of she was speaking in terms of um, the single mothers. She was making the point that um, people, because they doing the reaction. I admit I'm not big on reaction videos. I'm not big on doing reaction videos unless it's something positive, unless I'm giving constructive criticism and that's the direction that she's going in. Her videos are constructive. I mean, they're constructive criticism. There's a difference between criticism and constructive criticism. Because criticism comes across as harsh and judgmental. Like you're being judgmental and you're putting the person down and you're judging the person and you're berating the person and you're putting the person down. But constructive criticism is criticism that's going to help you. You know, you're pointing out things to the person, but you're also giving them criticism that's going to help them. It's, similar to like if you're working a job, like say hypothetically speaking, someone comes to me on my job and say, okay, um, could you do this? They're not putting me down or saying that I'm not doing something. And sometimes I gotta admit I have a hard time accepting um, constructive criticism. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I do have a hard time accepting constructive criticism, uh, particularly on the job. But if somebody says, "Okay, could you tighten this area up, or could you tighten that area up?" It's constructive criticism. They're not putting you down per se, but it's giving you constructive criticism. It's to help you. It's to help make you better. It's to help you grow and to help make you better. It's not to put you down or berate you or make you feel bad about yourself, but it's to help you. It's criticism and advice that's going to help you. It's going to help you to grow and be better. And who doesn't want to be better? You know? So If it's going to give me, if someone on my job gives me constructive criticism, if it's going to make me better, if it's going to make me do my job even better, then it's good. It's a good thing. So it's a difference between flat out criticism, where you're judging a person and talking about a person, bad mouthing a person, shaming a person, versus constructive criticism, where you're trying to point out some things to them, but you're trying to say stuff to them that's going to help them. It's going to help them grow, make some improvements, be a better person, do better, right? So a lot of what she talks about in her videos are literally constructive criticism. It's constructive, and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, I think that, and another point that she made, which was an excellent point, is that because black women are judged as a whole, because we are judged as a whole, whatever one black woman does something, she was saying that one black person has multiple children by multiple fathers, then we all put in that same, lumped into that same box, and regardless of what we trying to do. You know, a particular certain black women might not be trying to do all that, but then she's lumped in that same box. And that was an excellent point. If you are a black single mom, you are lumped regardless of whether you have one child, two kids, or I know sometimes when people are talking about single moms, sometimes they'll say 3 kids. When you got 3 kids by multiple daddies, I said, ooh, thank you for not saying two. Thank you for not saying two. I find myself happy that they didn't say two. You know what I'm saying? Because I got 2 kids by 2 different fathers. But even if you're a black woman and you have one, you're stigmatizing. You're lumped into to that. We're all lumped into the same box. So basically, what she was saying was, we need to hold each other accountable. We need to give each other that ability, not necessarily judging, because we're not in a position to judge, because if we're in a situation ourselves and we're a single mother, but giving constructive criticism, holding each other to the fire. And that's one of the points that she made, that because we get judged as a whole, we don't get that individuality. We get judged, we all get lumped into the same box. Not only by society, but by our own men. Our own men are doing that to us in alarming numbers. So we need to hold each other accountable. That point I agree on 100%. Just like when I do my videos on here, when I do my videos addressing single mothers, telling young women, that they need to avoid single motherhood at all costs, because I spent many years as a single mother, and I struggled for many years as a single mother. I suffered the consequences of being a single mother for many, many years. So because I was in that situation for many, many years, I'm going to try to do something. If I can encourage you, younger sisters coming up, if I can encourage them to do better, I want you to do better than what I did. I want you to make some better choices. I made these choices, okay? But the young sisters coming up, I want you to be better than me. I want you to be better. I want you to make better choices. That's all I'm saying. It's not coming from a place of judgment. I don't have the right to judge other single mothers when I got in that situation myself. So it's not coming from a place of judgment, but it's coming from a place of, I've been in this situation. I got in this situation. I made bad choices to me leading into this situation. And I'm letting you know what the consequences are, because there's consequences to everything that we do out here. Okay? There's consequences to everything that we do out here. And I'm educating young women of the consequences of having sex outside of marriage, the consequences of having children outside of marriage, without securing a good marriage mate. I'm letting you know, and I'm letting you know how detrimental it is for young black women to have children outside of marriage. How detrimental it us as black women in particular. It is very detrimental for us, and I'm letting you guys know that, and I'm educating you on that. I messed up and I made that mistake. If I can prevent one young lady from going down that road, then I feel good knowing that I can at least touch one person and prevent one young lady from going down that road. I'm going to try to tell you, it's like, you know, it's like you go into a situation. I'm trying to think of a hypothetical. It's like, I don't know. You go into a situation, and then you thought the situation was good, but then you get into it and you realize this is not what it's cracked up to be. Okay, and then you have to suffer a lot of consequences and go through a lot of things as a result of going into this situation. Wouldn't you want to warn others? Wouldn't you want to warn others about going into that same situation, regardless of what situation it is? Wouldn't you want to warn the others? It makes perfectly good sense to do that. So these mommies on here, these single mothers, these young single mothers on here on YouTube. Now there are some people that are doing reaction videos that I'm not okay with, because they're coming from a place of judging. They're judging these single mothers. They're bad mouthing them, calling them names. That's not okay. That is not okay. I don't condone that, and I don't agree with that. That is not okay. That is not a loving thing to do. I don't agree with those reactors. But the reactors that are giving constructive criticism, they're trying to teach these young ladies something. You know, there is nothing wrong with that. They're trying to give these young ladies good, sound advice. There is nothing wrong with that. That's what us older black women need to do. Because my thought is, I done already been where you're trying to go. If you're a young lady, these young ladies, a lot of them are around my son's age or younger. Okay, so I done already been. You old enough to be my daughter. This is advice that I would give to my daughter if I had a daughter. I would tell my daughter these things. Okay, if one of my sons was a girl, a daughter, I would tell my daughter these things. Okay, I would tell, if I had a daughter, I would tell my daughter the same things that I'm trying to say on my videos. I would tell my daughter the same things. And these young ladies are young enough to be my daughter or younger. They're at that age group. Okay, so these are the same things. If I had a daughter, that I would tell my daughter. I would be trying to school my daughter. Okay, so it's not coming from a place of judgment. And us black women, like she said, we need to hold each other accountable, because we're being scrutinized. We're being horribly stereotyped. We're being horribly stigmatized, and we're being horribly scrutinized. And so we, as black women, we do need to do better. We need to do better. We need to do better. And another point she made was, unfortunately, no matter what we do, we're still going to be judged. Even if we become successful, we get looked at as, oh, she thinks she's all that because she got her degrees, and she's doing this, that, and A, B, and C. She thinks she's all that. So see, we get looked down upon, we get scrutinized even for being successful and doing good things. And basically what she was saying is, don't apologize for that. Don't apologize for if you're a black woman and you're successful, I guess apparently Celebrity Mom, they were, I have to go back and read some of the comments, but they were basically saying that she was I guess she was busting her arm, patting herself on the back or something. They thought that she was blowing herself up too much, and and they were kind of scrutinizing her for doing that, for highlighting her accomplishments and everything like that. And so, um, and we get berated for getting to a certain level of when we get to a certain level in life, then that's a whole different type of scrutiny. That's a whole different type of criticism. Well, now you think you all that and this and that and the other. And there's people here on YouTube that have um, criticized black women for having degrees and all this kind of stuff, and y'all thinking y'all all independent and all that because you got your degrees and this and that and other. But then on the other end of the spectrum, if you're a poor black woman, then you this, that, and the other because you poor. So it's like, doesn't seem like no matter what we do, we're going to get criticized, we're going to get judged, because we get judged as a whole. And that's what I'm saying. We need to talk, us older black women need to mentor and talk to these young black women to help these black women to not make these types of mistakes. And the young black women need to listen. Well, them needing to listen and them listening is two different things. But I do think we need to hold each other accountable because of what we're up against as black women. We do need to hold each other accountable. Not coming from a place of judgment, not coming from a place of criticism, but coming from a place of motherly advice, giving each other motherly advice, trying to educate in school. Like I was talking about Lizzo the other day. Wasn't trying to put her down or wasn't trying to berate her, but just saying that she needed to be educated. She needs to be educated because what she does is going to have reproach on all of us black women. It's going to make all black women look bad, young, old, or whatever. See, them black women are so ratchet. She twerking at the Lakers. See, them black women that's the first thing that comes out of people's mouth. Them black women are so ratchet. Well, black women is plural. When they say black women, they're talking about all of us. All of us don't go around like that. A lot of us carry ourselves in a dignified way. But because she did this, now we're all ratchet. So she has a responsibility as an entertainer. And all black female entertainers, they have a responsibility. They have a responsibility to represent themselves. And I get it, everybody want to make money. I get that. I want to make some money. Let's keep it real here. But all money is not good money. If it's going to destroy your dignity, your self-respect, if it's going to bring reproach on others, it's just like me being a Jehovah's Witness. They're always telling us how we need to watch our conduct, how we have to carry ourselves in a certain way when we go out in public, not just when we go out in the field ministry, but when we go about our everyday lives. We have to carry ourselves in a certain way. We have to conduct ourselves in a certain way because Jehovah's Witness, the Jehovah's Witness organization is one of the most scrutinized religions there is. Out of all the religions, that our Jehovah's Witness organization is the most scrutinized and the most judged. Even though there's other religions that be doing some treacherous stuff on a mass level, our religion is one of the most scrutinized in the world. So they're always telling us to watch our conduct, to watch um, how we move out here, not just out in the ministry, but our everyday lives. And that's why, when I come on here, I have to watch my conduct on YouTube. I can't come on here cussing and going on and just saying any and everything. I can't do that, you know, because I represent because one person does something, they saying they're one of Jehovah's Witness, and they do something negative, it's going to bring reproach on the whole religion. It makes the whole religion look bad. So it's the same goes for black women and black people. In we one black woman does something really bad, it makes the whole race of black women. It brings reproach on the whole race of black women. So we need to watch our conduct. We need to watch what we do. And we should hold each other to the fire. That's scriptural. The Bible talks about that. You know, giving your brother good counsel, not judging your brother, but, you know, giving your brother good counsel, giving your sister good counsel, and just good constructive criticism. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, And so I think a lot of what she says, she touched upon a lot of good points. And another thing a point she made was, if you're a black woman that's trying to have something out of life, if you're trying to do something and you're trying to have something out of life, and you see another sister that's successful, instead of looking down on her and saying, she thinks she all that because she got her degree and all that, ask her, okay, well, how did you do what did you do? That's how I am, because I'm always wanting to do better. I'm not a complacent person, so I'm always trying to do better. If I can do something that's going to better my life, that's going to better myself, then yeah, I will ask. I don't have a problem with asking the next sister, okay, how did you do that? How did you go about doing that? So that was another excellent point she made. I'm going to ask you okay, if you started that business, okay, how did you do that? How did you go about that? And I won't just ask a black person. It's not just a matter of asking a black woman or a black person. I'm going to ask white people too. My mother always said, if you want to know something, ask white people. White people got all the school. She said, my mother always said, if you want to know something about something, ask white people. Because white people be knowing how to, like, as far as how to go about things, different things, and how to get certain opportunities and how to take advantage of certain things. She said, ask white people. White people be knowing. So I'll ask white people. I'll ask white people about, okay, well, how did you go about doing that? Or how do you do this? Or how do you do that? And a lot of times they'll tell me, oh, yeah, this is how you go about this. Or this is how you go about that. So it's about trying to better yourself and make yourself better. If I see one sister that's successful or she's doing certain things and it's working for her, okay, how did you go about that, sis? How did you go about doing that? How can I tap into to that? Not, oh, she thinks she all that, because she thinks she all that. Because she, got her degree, got her business. She thinks she all that. I'm going to first congratulate you and give you praises. You like saying, okay, that's good, girl, you're doing good. Because I'm a congratulator. I'm not a hater. I've always been a congratulator. I'm not a hater. I've never been a hater. I'm a congratulator. Especially my black sisters. I love to see my black sisters doing good. I like to see anybody doing good. But I love to see my black sisters doing good. I like to see my black brothers doing good too. I love to see a black man doing good. Got his own business out here. Doesn't make a difference what type of business it is. I love to see my black men doing good and being successful and doing good. There's one brother on here. His name is Shay Woods. He's a real estate investor. He has a channel here on YouTube. I love watching him, and I love to see him doing successful and got his own business and doing things. And I like to see my brothers on, not just on YouTube, but in all walks of life doing good. I like to see my people doing good, period. You know? I like to see everybody doing good, but I particularly love to see my people doing good because I know how hard it is for my people. I know how hard it is for us out here. How hard it is for us to get ahead. So if I see another black person doing good and they didn't started a business or they got their degree, they got to a certain level, then I'm congratulating them. I'm proud of them. But at the same time, okay, how did you go about doing that? Okay, that gives me some good tips on what I can do to get to that level. You know, so that's an excellent point there that she made as well. You know, if you're trying to do better in life, you're trying to improve yourself, and I'm the type of person, I am not complacent. Even if I'm in a position of complacency, I don't like being in that position. Like right now, I feel like to be honest, I'm in a position of complacency, but I don't like being there. I don't like being, and I'm steady brainstorming and trying to figure out how I can come up to the next level. Even though I've stumbled a lot along the way, and I've had a lot of failures along the way, I'm still trying to figure out, okay, what can I do to get myself to this level, or um, what can I, just constantly brainstorming, and so as long as Jehovah God wakes me up every day, I'm going to be doing that one, you know. So it's about trying to improving yourself, trying to make yourself better, you know. So there's nothing wrong with that. If you're doing certain things, okay, how did you go about doing that? There's nothing wrong with that. Us sisters gotta stop looking down on each other. We gotta stop. We black people in general need to stop this crab in the bucket mentality, constantly pulling each other down. It is not gonna do us any good. But at the same time, give each other constructive criticism. Hold each other to the fire and give each other criticism, constructive criticism, and try to help our brother, try to help our sister. But not coming from a place of berating them, putting them down, because then you're beating them further down. That's how is that helping them? And so I think that, and another interesting point that she made, I'm not trying to drag this video out too long, but that people are always accusing her of being jealous of the three mothers or whatever because she talks about them. But when she, like I said, she gives constructive criticism. She gives them advice. That was a good point there. Who, what goal is it? Not taking any shots at Strong Mommy Chrissy because I love the mothers. I love the mothers. I'm not putting them down and not berating them. But who's going to aspire to have 9 kids? Whose goal is it to have 9 kids or any amount of kids without a suitable mate or whatever? Who's going to aspire to do that? I mean, nobody's going to aspire to do that. I'm telling women to not do it if you don't have a suitable marriage mate. If you're not making 6 figures, if you're not making a certain amount of money, you don't have a suitable marriage mate. I'm trying to tell young ladies to not do that. Now, I'm not putting them down, but I'm just saying it's not coming from a place of jealousy. I have to agree with her there. It's not coming from a place of jealousy, but just giving good, sound, constructive criticism and advice. And people just basically taking it the wrong way. So I don't know. That's the way I see things because I know there's a difference, but there is a difference on here between the reactors that's trying to give constructive criticism and good sound advice, and the ones that are just being plain judgmental. They're name calling, they're judging them, they're bad mouthing them, they're shaming them. There's a difference, and those reactors are on here. They're on here, and so that's not going to benefit anybody. That's not going to help anybody. If you're too busy berating me, talking about me, and bad mouthing me, and name calling me, Then I'm not. If you say you're trying to help me, how you trying to help me when I'm not going to see that. I'm not going to be receiving anything that you're saying. I'm not going to receive anything that you're saying. I'm not going to take anything that you're saying into consideration because you're berating me. You're beating me over the head with it. You're judging me. I'm not trying to hear that because you're putting me down. But if it's coming from a constructive standpoint and a constructive point of view, then I'm more prone to listen. It's about your delivery. It's about your reproach. Approach. I'm sorry. It's about your approach. It's about your delivery. It's not. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. You know. So Nia-E, I just wanted to give you that shout out. I agree with you. Made some excellent points in that video. I agree with everything that you said. Yes, us sisters do need to hold each other accountable. It's not coming from a place of judgment, but just wanting to. We should just wanting young sisters to do better. If you know better, you do better. I want to prevent the young sisters from making the same mistakes that I made. That's why I talk about the things on my videos. Talking to young ladies about single motherhood. It's not coming from a place of judgment. Just want to see you. I just want you to go into a different direction. Just want to see you doing better. My nieces. I have two nieces. They both, my both of my nieces got college education. They got good jobs. They're doing really good, and they don't have any children outside of marriage. I'm so proud of them. So proud of them. Extremely proud of them. I have a cousin, a young cousin, as well, female cousin as well. That's in her 20s, and she's same thing. She's doing good. She's going to college. She's doing good for herself. So proud of those three young ladies in my family. I am so proud of them. I'm so proud of them. You know, I'm too proud of them. I'm ecstatic. I'm not looking at them like, oh, she thinks she all that. No, I am too proud of them. Too proud of them that they didn't make the same mistakes that I made. Too proud of them that they didn't go down the same road that I went down as far as having children and not having a suitable marriage mate. Having children and not being financially ready to have them. And particularly at a young age. They're getting themselves to a certain place in life before they make those decisions of creating and bringing new life here. So I'm just too proud of these young ladies. So that's what, I that's I just wanted to give Nia-E that shout out and just saying she touched on some excellent points. No offense to anybody else, whatever. Okay, let me know what you think in the comment section. And Nia-E, girl, I'm gonna be hitting your email up. Be getting some good tips from you. I need those tips. Check your email. I'll be hitting you up, sis. Okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. So every time I do a video, you will be notified. I need you guys to help a sister get up to that 1,000 subscribe mark. It's taking me forever, but oh well, it is what it is. Okay? Peace and love. Got some more interesting video topics coming up. Peace and love. This is Sweet G.